new content. We're live again here at Factory Girl Gastro Pub. I am the Moose, and tonight we're in conversation with Sarah and Jamie from Catl. Well,
you're the Moose.
I'm the Moose. Yes. Yeah. It would explain a lot. No, sorry. That would explain a lot in terms of not being on camera as well. Right. So let's start really with go back a little bit, I suppose. Let's start. I mentioned the first time we'd seen you was at Christie Pits for the Ossington Folk Fest a while ago. We fast forwarded that a bit, and then we saw you in the Dakota for the Gateway Blues release, and then this Shaking House, release for that, and that now is 2014. You toured that extensively, yeah. So is that something that you're still working through in terms of touring?
We've really been milking that record.
Okay, fair enough.
But we've been touring in Canada, the US, and more recently Europe. We went to Europe for the first time in December, still promoting that record, and we've been starting to work on some new material to work towards a new record.
Right. Okay.
With no release date yet, but it's in the works.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, I think from that point of view, obviously, you know, there's a lot of Canada to get around and see, okay, and then you've got a lot of places outside that to go and see too. You're in Europe for the first time. You're going back. You're going to the States. You're saying later on this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whereabouts in the States you playing?
This time it's Detroit, Grand Rapids, Chicago, and then a festival in Effingham, Illinois. So it's just a short run this time, and
And then back from that, and then on to Europe.
Yeah, Germany in July.
Germany in July.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. Yeah. No, I know someone else is going to Germany in July, but for a completely different reason. Yeah.
Tell them to come to our show.
If I can do, I will do. No, definitely. They're going to a prog rock festival and the German Grand Prix of all things. So
what a coincidence.
Yes. That's where their headspace is at. No, definitely. So you mentioned new material. I know you did it. We saw you do a couple of covers, I think, at the Horseshoe a while ago, or new material from your perhaps from your point of view. How much of that is in the works, and how much is being on the road help with that writing from your point of view?
It's difficult. I mean, I don't tend to write anything on the road. It's just kind of demanding. You know, we do all the driving. It's just the two of us in the car, so it's difficult to get anything done. You don't have much downtime, so it really has to happen when we're not on tour. And so I mean, it's hard to find that balance in terms of writing new stuff. So I mean, we try to get as much done as we can when we're not playing.
Yeah. But I mean, that's partly why we also have to find a balance between being on the road, which we would love to be doing, you know, all the time or more often, but you know, we have to go home and kind of put our heads down and try and create more songs, because you know, people like to hear new material, but for us also it's more interesting to keep on putting out, you know, new material to play with. So.
No, that's understood. I mean, there's one group who we saw last July, and they basically got a Winnebago, and we haven't seen them since. In fact, they've only just come back to Canada now.
Right.
So they've been away for a year, literally just going from gig to gig to gig. It's easy if you do that if you haven't got, you know, other commitments, other things to look after as well. Mm-hmm. You know, so being on the road is, and I know this from a personal point of view. Once you get past over 2 or 3 weeks, life becomes pretty tough. If I'm honest.
I don't like to be away for that long.
No, I don't blame you at all. It can be pretty rough from that point of view. I just want to point out as well to our viewers that you're the only group that's actually turned up in our best of 2014 and 2015 live shows. So not for the one, ironically, at the the North by Northeast gig in what the place the like a pop-up hub they had. Do you remember that one last year with Ben Catl? And that was weird. It was weird, wasn't it? It was a really...
Yeah, there was that band, I think they're from Finland, that Ice Age band, that
yes.
They just kind of like didn't seem to want to be there, and they were just kind of mailing it in a little bit. We both kind of looked at each other, and it's like, for all the hype, these guys kind of suck.
I couldn't agree more, and the fact that Ben Catl, before that, had gone out and managed to get a brass band off the street.
Yeah, he was good.
He was great,
but
at
least he was trying.
He was, yeah. That's more than can be said for the for the Finnish band, definitely.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't actually for that gig that we put you in the best of. It was the one where we saw you in Hamilton, in the St. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because that's an interesting venue. You know, it is a great venue.
Yeah.
But the one abiding memory for me, there was a lady hula hooping in the middle of the show, and I found that I just found that. You know,
Awe-inspiring?
Yeah, well, awe-inspiring. You know, it's not some just. I don't think it's anything I've actually seen before. You know,
Right.
but yeah, it was a remarkable show.
That wasn't our first time with the hula hooper. We had that girl Ramona from Oshawa as well.
Few hula hoop incidents.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
That's what the music inspired us.
Yeah, but perhaps that's it. Perhaps the entire
We're
thing
really big in the hula hoop.
Hula hoop thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that there's a keep?
Like, oh, I know those guys.
You're going to have to get the crowd to spread out a bit just to be able to get
exactly.
start your own keep fit video.
5 people at every
off the
show.
back of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that was. I was the designated driver that night, so.
So you weren't doing anything.
I would not be seen dead with a hula hoop, or possibly that might be the only time I'd be seen with a hula hoop actually being dead. But
That's an interesting venue. It's like kind of a historic perspective on Canadian punk rock because it's named after a record by the Forgotten Rebels. And the Forgotten Rebels were a Hamilton punk rock band from the original days back in the late 70s.
Right.
And they have their second record. It's called This Ain't Hollywood, This Is Rock and Roll. And Mickey DeSatis, who's the lead singer of the Forgotten Rebels, is always there. He has nothing to do with the bar, but he always drinks there. And we just played there a month ago and he was there. You know what I mean? He's a great guy. He's a really nice guy. And they still perform, you know, and do their 70s punk rock thing kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of dedicated to that record and that band. So it's like an interesting piece of Canadian
I wasn't aware of that at all. I did see that one of the guys from the Stranglers was actually going to be playing the week after you guys had played there.
They got great bands there.
And it's just amazing.
Like,
Yeah.
he packs good bands in there for sure.
Yeah,
His
no.
name's Lou, the booker. He does a great job.
Oh no, it was our first time there, so it was a really good night, apart from anything else. But no, in fact, I think it was Hugh Cornwall from the Stranglers was going to be playing there the following week.
Right. Yeah.
The Stranglers and I some, well, not personal history, but certainly we followed them around an awful lot. They had Hell's Angels at one point as their bodyguards.
Right. It didn't work out too well for the Stones. So
No, it didn't. I'll be honest,
it
it didn't work out too well for the audience at the Roundhouse either. It was a little bit, I think, intimidating would be the way it would be put, you know.
Yeah.
But there you go. So you're looking to get back into Germany, to get back out there and play and recover a hat. Is that right?
That's the main reason we're
That's
going
really
back.
the-
Is that the main reason? Yeah.
The hat was purchased relatively within the vicinity of us leaving for that tour, and I promptly lost it, which is just my style. Left it in Germany, so I will be reunited with his hat in July. So that's pretty exciting. The rest of the tour will be fun as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really all about the hat. Yeah.
No, I'm sure. When we did a little while ago, we had some of the guys from the Reggae Rockers Club in the UK. We were showing them your videos as well, moving forward. So that was a lot of fun. They're very blues based for the most part, but they've also got a lot of for them. It's unlike you. They've got a lot of cover bands that they promote one way or another. So we'll go back and have another conversation with them at some point. Have you played in the UK? Is one of my questions.
No. We'd like to. There's a permit fee there, so we kind of avoided it a little bit, but not avoided it. That's not the right word.
It was more than we were thinking about when we did the tour in December in Europe. What we ended up doing was we started in Belgium, and we did 6 countries in about 2 weeks. So we went from Belgium, we did Germany, Austria, Hungary, Czech Republic, and then finally Serbia. So there's a lot to cram in a relatively short amount of time. So this tour, we just focused on Germany to try and make it a little bit easier on ourselves and not travel such a big distance. And anyway, with the last tour when we were investigating the UK thing, as Jamie said, there's permits involved, so we thought it would make more sense to just plan an entire tour that was essentially UK based and make the most out of those permits.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the right way to do it. I mean, there's also the distances aren't as great in terms of moving from city to city. So you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours will get you into another brand new city. So you know, from that point of view, you know, things work a little bit easier from that point of view. As you say, the permits to get over, but also it might be easier from your point of view in terms of the fact that you are a duo, just be easier to move from that point of view, getting into Germany, for instance. You know, if you're someone, I'm thinking like White Cowbell, you know, when there's about 780 members, you know, exactly, to get over there.
Yeah.
That's maybe a slight exaggeration, probably not a lot.
No, but it definitely helps that we're just two. I mean, that we used to be a three-piece, and you know, the fact that we're also a couple, it's just easier to, you know, save money on food, save money on hotels, and just can get in our, you know, when we're touring in North America, it's just get in our car and go. So that's.
Well, it's interesting because there are big audiences for bands as well. You know, as you say, the experience in Germany has been, you know, sort of a lot of blues rock in Germany, an awful lot. Same thing in the Netherlands as well. And we see a lot of bands, you know, getting out. I think I just mentioned about Cowbell. You know, they've got this huge following in the Netherlands for some strange godforsaken reason. And it's good, you know, it's good, you know, it's good fun. But also, if you've got that core base to get to, it makes life a lot easier than the touring.
Yeah, our buddies and Daddy Longlegs who are from New York, we just did a little tour with them about a month ago. They just came back from the UK. They just finished like yesterday, I think, their tour. And it was very successful. I think it was sold out shows and they're doing quite well and stuff. They're like rock and roll over there. So.
Well, I think the thing is, if you can get into some of the festivals, even the smaller festivals, you know, and then move from festival to festival, that's also, I mean, that's how we spend a lot of our time in the UK. Just going literally from, you know, 3 or 4 festivals, 4 or 5 festivals a summer to make that really work. You know, it really does fit. Okay. Right, thank you for that. Right, I'm just going to run into the speed round of doom now, which ordinarily we've only had one person answering, so you can get 2 answers. So, but you can pass on these if you like. But which pizza?
Pass. No, I'm just kidding.
Which pizza best describes your personality? If you had to pick a pizza.
Full meat.
Full meat.
Full meat?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
We're vegetarian.
Okay.
That's the joke.
Okay.
That was a
Fair
joke.
enough.
Yeah.
Sorry. We previous vegetarian was olives and mushrooms, so that was where they went. Okay. Right.
Hawaiian, like good weather.
Okay, if you had to decide, we've lost sadly a lot of celebrities so far this year, and it looks like we'll lose some more. But if you had to decide which one of these following was going to go next, which is harsh but true, would it be Van Morrison, Johnny Rotten, Kanye West, Bob Dylan, or Sting?
There's a list there of people I'd want to go first, but that's not what the question is. Who we think will go first?
No. Which one would you like to go
I don't wish
first?
death on anybody. I shouldn't say that, but
No, but that is the question. Who
What?
are you wishing to?
Who do you want to go next?
go ahead.
I don't know. I don't like to trash talk anybody, but out of that list, I mean, Kanye would kind of stick out anyway.
Sting's a bit of a.
Sting's up there too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I put Sting in there deliberately this time around simply because he's
an easy mark.
He is an easy mark. There's a lot of love and there's a lot of hate.
Right. Which is funny because the first record I ever bought, and I still have it. Have all the records I've ever bought, and it was Regarded Belong, which is Police's second record.
Yeah.
And I bought it out of a little kid. I had to be like 10 years old, I guess. But
They were
the first record I ever bought.
They were a phenomenal band. I have to say, really were.
And then he just, I don't know what happened. Too much yoga. I mean, it was just, the next thing you know, he's singing lounge music.
There's some tantric thing going on there. Just seems to have taken everything away. But never mind. Okay, next one is what would you pick of these two? Would you write one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Definitely 100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Okay, cool. That's good. Next one up is hamsters or tarantulas.
Well, I have to go with hamsters. I don't like bugs.
Not into the spiders.
No big spiders in the house. No.
Spider's not technically a bug, I guess.
Okay.
The tarantula and the spider.
The tarantula's not a bug, though. It's like a arachnid.
It's a big.
But I said I don't like bugs. I'm talking about what I just said.
Okay. That's good. Very good. No, we're gonna do it anyway. Right. Should McDonald's have Canada Goose nuts? Well, on the basis you're vegetarians,
Yeah.
possibly not.
Yeah. All I know
think
is.
it'd be really mealy, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Do people eat Canada geese? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Perhaps they should. There seems to be a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stock.
They're really vicious.
I'm sure it'll give you diarrhea like the rest of McDonald's.
Okay. If you had to pick someone to go across Canada in a car, with dead or alive, yeah, who would you
Dead
take?
like before they were dead, or
Dead, well,
working with a corpse.
Oh, well, or a ghost, yeah, no, not the corpse, that would just be really smelly. But if you had to pick someone, who would you pick, dead or alive, to get? If you could bring someone back for a trip across Canada, or who would you put in the car with you to do that trip?
Go ahead.
Me, no one. I can't think of
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
Do some editing on this one while we think about it.
No, that's okay. We'll come back. We'll come back in a
Being
second.
in a car for a long drive with anybody is pretty.
Annoying.
Well, it's very testing of your
Isn't it?
ability to deal with each other. So I don't know. I mean, that's a skill that we learn to do together.
Yeah, I think Lee Scratch Perry would be a good one. Just listen to him talk shit all day would be cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that would be-
Jamaican accents, they kind of are the best. So
Yeah.
that could be a good one for sure.
We were fortunate enough to saw Don Letts DJing in a place called the Roxy when the Damned were playing in the very early days of punk. And he was just playing the other side of a curtain, and it was just him in a corner surrounded by a curtain, and then the stage with the band on it was remarkable. Really, really.
And Don
good set.
Letts was
Don Letts was DJing. Yeah,
Wow.
he was the DJ. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He was. It was Lee Scratch Perry's an excellent choice.
Yeah, we're friends with Don Letts on Facebook.
We're friends with Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a big Clash fan, so we kind of connected.
Ah,
He was
right.
right for the Clash, right?
He was.
And,
And his kids go to the school that our kids used to go to. So
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a weird small world. That's 6 degrees of separation. Just got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a couple more. Ketchup or brown sauce?
What's brown sauce?
Brown sauce is like
HP.
a HP sauce. Yeah.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
We call it ketchup.
Okay. And then the last one we're going to go. What vegetable best describes Toronto? If Toronto had to be represented by a vegetable, what vegetable do you think would be in there?
Kale.
Potato. Something that grows in the dark.
That's cool. Excellent. Well, that takes us all the way through to the end. Thank you both very much indeed.
Thanks.
And it's been an absolute pleasure. Just want to thank the Factory Girl for hosting this once again, Angelo and Yestin for filming for us, and obviously Sarah and Jamie from Catl for being our very willing victims, guests. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go to Loaded Shines. Keeps my girl mine on mine. When I head out, there is no doubt. There is no doubt. There is no doubt.